So these are the second chapter of the HSE management, which is how to organize for safety. Okay. So last week we already learned what is management, okay, the basic of management. Okay, and then we also learned about what is health, safety, and environmental management. Okay, so we also learned what is HSE about. Okay, so HSE is about how you want to manage the safety, okay, the safety of your employees. Okay, and then how you want to preserve the environment. Okay, so why this is important? Because nowadays many countries they already implement, okay, they already implement the law and regulation on preserving environment. Okay, so we as a businesses, okay, we as a business, you have to protect your environment. Okay, while you're making profit, you also must protect the environment. Okay, and then at the same time, you also must protect the healthiness and also the safety of your workers. Okay, so that is what we're going to learn in this chapter, which is how you want to organize, how you want to manage the safety of your employees. Okay, right. So these are the learning objective for this chapter. Okay, understand the significance and objective of industrial safety, understand the causes of industrial accident, okay, and then learn how to measure, okay, how to measure in ensuring industrial safety is being followed, okay, and then you also want to know the duties of safety committee, okay. All right. So let's restart the class with description about industrial safety. So what is industrial safety? Okay. So industrial safety is primarily a management activity which is concerned with reducing, controlling, and eliminating hazard from the industry or industrial units. Okay. So industrial safety is how you want to manage your working environment so that it is free of accident. Okay. The goal of industrial safety is to achieve zero accident in workplace. Okay, so that is industrial safety. How you want to manage your working area, sorry, how you want to manage your working environment so that everyone that works in your company, okay, is safe from any harm. Okay, so that is what we call as industrial safety. Okay, so why it is important? Okay, why it is important to have industrial safety in your business. Okay, so industrial cause great loss to both the employee and employee. Okay, that is having important. First of all, cost of compensation. Okay, so it is important because once accident happen, you as the management of the business, you have to put up costs, compensate your injured workers or your injured employees. Okay, so you have to compensate them. Okay, because they have injuries during working in your company, so you have to compensate them. Okay, as a token of compensation. Okay, that is the first thing. Okay, you have to compensate your employees, and then the second one, you also must pay for their medical fees. Okay, as a responsible businesses. Okay, and then is dictated by the law, you must pay for any medical bill. Okay, if your employee is injured during their working hours. Okay, so you have to pay the medical bill for your employees. Okay, so these are the second cost you have to pay if injuries or accident happen in your business. Okay, in your company. Okay, and then the cost to training new workers. Okay, because your worker is injured now. Okay, so you have to find somebody to replace him or her to do the job. Okay, so you either you will pull you have to you pull somebody else to do the job. Okay, you pull some of your employees to cover for their colleague. Okay, right? That one will affect their performance. Okay, or you have to train somebody else to to take over the job. Okay, while your employee is recovering. Okay, so the cost to train new workers or the cost to train your employee to take over the job of your injured workers. Okay, you have to pay it. Okay, okay, you this one. So HR have to take some cost, have to take some money to to give training, to give training to the new workers or to the existing workers to take over the job. Okay, so that is the third cost. Cost to train your new workers or to train your existing worker to take over the job. Okay, and then cost of lost time. Okay, so every time injuries happen, okay, you will lose your precious time of doing your businesses. Okay, because why? Because once the injury happen, then you have to stop for example, if the injury happen in your production area, for example, okay, once the accident happen, you have to stop your production. Okay, because maybe the incident involve machinery, so you have to stop your machinery for a while. Okay, you have to assess you have to assess the injury first. Okay, and then if the injury is okay and then the machinery is not affected by the accident, then maybe you can continue to do your production. But during those time, when you stop your when you stop your production, okay, you will lose your precious time to do production. Okay, so these are the cost of lost time. Okay, the time you lose when the injury happens. Okay, so we have to remember, okay, in businesses, time is money. Okay, time is money. Once you lose your time, okay, once you waste your time to doing other things other than your business process, okay, that that we consider it as a loss. Okay, right? So that is the fourth cost you have to bear when accident happen in the workplace. Okay, and then cost of investigation. Okay, so uh, once accident happen and you report it to the safety officer, then the safety officer will do the investigation. Okay, and then once they do the investigation, it will incur you the cost. Okay, because you have to pay them. Okay, most of the time. Okay, when investigator come, most of the time it is external parties. Okay, most of the time it is external parties. If the injury is big, then it will involve external parties. Okay, so you have to pay for the external party cost. Okay, so it will incur you more and more costs if accident happen in your workplace. Okay, and then cost of supervision and inspection. Okay, so after the accident happen, you have to re-inspect. Okay, you have to do inspection to check. Okay, first you already do the investigation. Okay, from the investigation you find out that okay this area has from the report by the investigator. Okay, they will assess the hazard level. Okay, and then once they do the hazard level, now you have to do an inspection to confirm that their report is valid. Okay? So you have to do your own inspection. Okay, so all those things will incur you cost. Okay? Because now you have to assign people to check. Okay, is it true the report? Okay, so the hazard is there, or and then you have to supervise. Okay, you also must put okay, if the hazard level is high, then you must put somebody that has experience, okay, to supervise the activities in those areas. Okay, so it will incur you more and more costs. Okay, and then lastly, cost to the government in terms of factory inspector and public health safety. Okay, so once it happen, okay, once you report, okay, once accident happen, and then and then it is reported, okay, and then you take the claim from SOCSO, okay, because SOCSO is okay, so one of the protection, okay, given by the Malaysian government to the workers is SOCSO. SOCSO, okay, so SOCSO is a fund. If you have injuries in the workplace, you can go to the source, you can go to SOCSO and claim and make a claim. Okay, so SOCSO will assess assess the incident and etc. And then from their investigation, they will come up with the amount that you will get, okay, from the fund. Okay, so that is one of the benefit of SOCSO. Okay, so once SOCSO, okay, once you make a claim in SOCSO, so they will send the inspector to investigate to investigate the the accident. Okay, so all these things, okay, you have to cover it. Okay, the company has to cover it because it is their responsibility, okay, to protect the employees. Okay, so once accident happen, so once an accident happen, all the and then it is reported, and so have to send their people to come and etc. Then you have to bear the responsibility to pay them. Okay, so the significance of industrial safety is one is to the first one is because you want to avoid the cost. Okay, because the purpose of business is to make profit. Okay, and to ensure that you will get a profit, you must be able to ensure that you can minimize your cost. Okay, so that's why it's important to adhere to the industrial safety rules and regulation, because you don't want to incur any unwanted costs in your operation. Okay, because if accident happen, then you can see here so many costs will be involved. Okay, and then this cost will not give you extra profit. Okay, so all these costs will become your losses. Okay, because it will not contribute to any profit that you will make in the future. All right, so that's why this is the first significant of industrial safety, because you want to avoid any unwanted costs due to the accident in workplace. Okay, all right. Okay, okay, so this one also, this is still the cost that you have to bear. So this cost of spoilage of material. Okay, if the accident involved with your material, maybe somebody bring the material from the warehouse to the production area, and then maybe they have accident. Okay, and then the material is fall over or fall around. Okay, fall all around the places in the workplace. So now the material cannot be used to produce the product. Okay, so you will lose. Okay, you will lose your capital there. Okay, in your raw material stock. Okay, because now the material cannot be used for production. Okay, so that is another loss. Okay, and then cost to damage, cost of damage to machinery. So some accident, okay, it will cause damage to the machinery. So now you have to repair your machinery, maybe, or worse, you have to replace your machinery. Now you have to bear new costs to repair or buy new machinery. All right, and then cost of wages payable and payable during injury. Okay, so once your workers or your employees, okay, injured in injured in the workplace, okay, so they cannot come to the office for a while because they have to recover from their injuries. Okay, but because they have an accident in the workplace. So you as the employer has responsible to pay them even though they are not doing their job. Okay, because it is your responsibility to ensure the safety. So now once injury happens, it is your responsibility to pay them even though they are resting in even though they are resting at home for because they are recovering from the injuries. Okay, so you have to pay them even though they are not doing their job. Okay, so this is also your loss. Okay, and then cost of loss of material. Okay, so first one is spoilage. Okay, is that the material are not proper for your usage anymore. So now some of the material also we lost. Okay, maybe it is fall over. Okay, maybe in the transportation. Okay, maybe this one is on logistic. Okay, you bring your raw materials. Okay, you bring your raw materials from the from the from the from the sources to your warehouse. Okay, and then the 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 lorry or the logistic transportation, maybe they have accident. Okay, they've been hit by other by other car or by other lorry. Okay, now and then your material is lost during the transportation. Okay, so now you have another cost because now your material is not spoiled, but now you lost the material because cannot recover from the transport. Okay, during transport. Okay, and then lastly, you also must pay the cost of loss to the worker and his family. Okay, so sometimes maybe because the injury is very bad, is very bad. Okay, your worker have for example they have disabilities after the incident or maybe they lost their life. Okay, after the accident, then you have to compensate their family. Okay? You have to give compensation to their family or to the workers if they are unable to work after the incident. Okay, so all those losses, okay, all this sorry, all these costs is considered as loss for your business. Why? Because you cannot get any revenue from the cost that you already taken out to give compensation and etc. to due to the injury. Okay, so this cost we consider it as a loss. Okay, because you cannot recover anything from this cost. Okay, so as a businesses we want to avoid this kind of cost. Okay, because you cannot make any profit from this cost. Okay, so that's why it is important to adhere to the industrial safety regulation so that you can avoid to pay all these costs. Okay, all right. So that is the significant. Okay, so what are the objective of industrial safety? Okay, so we already know why we need industrial safety in our workplace because we don't want to incur any loss to our business. Okay, so why we need industrial safety? First is to prevent accident in the plant by reducing the hazard to the minimum. Okay, all right. So we already know the reason why we need the industrial safety. So now we want to know what are the goals. Okay, for us to implement industrial safety. Okay, so the goal of industrial safety is to minimize the hazard to the minimum. That is the first objective. Okay, and then the second objective is to eliminate accident cause. To eliminate accident cause, to eliminate accident cause work stoppage and lost production. Okay, and then the second objective is to avoid any loss of time so that our production can still continue. Okay, we want to avoid any accident so that we will not incur any loss of time in our production. Okay, so any stoppage during the production will cost you money. Okay, so we want to avoid that situation. Okay, and then the last one, to achieve lower workmen's compensation, insurance rates, and reduce all other direct and indirect costs of accident. Okay, so and then the last objective, okay, the last goal of industrial safety is to avoid any cost due to accident. Okay, right. So we want to reduce our cost of accident, or we want to eliminate any cause of accident. Okay, we want to eliminate any cause due to the accident. Okay, so these three are the main objective of industrial safety. Okay, we want to reduce hazard, we want to reduce loss of time, we want to reduce cause of accident. These are the three objectives in of okay. These are the three objectives in industrial safety. All right. Oh, okay. We have more. Okay. And then number 4, prevent loss of life, permanent disability, and the loss of income of worker by eliminating cause of accident. Okay. So we want to save our workers' life. Okay. So we want to ensure that we want to ensure that our worker can work safely in our workplace. Okay. So we want to prevent any accident that can cause a loss of life or loss of or create permanent disability to our workers. Okay, and then number 5, evaluate employees' morale by promoting safe workplace and good working condition. Okay, so we want to maintain the productivity of our employees. Okay, so to maintain productivity of our employees. Okay, so as the employer, we must create a safe environment. Okay, a safe workplace environment. Okay, so that people are confident to work in your workplace. Okay, for example, if you already know, okay, the office that you will work, okay, it's not completed, still in construction. Will you go to the office? I don't think so. Okay, because you care for, we as a human being, we care for our well-being. Okay? We don't want to get sick, we don't want to get injured, we want to lose our life. Okay, so we don't want to mess with the hazard. Okay, so if you want your employees to come to the office happy, okay, and eager to work, then you as an employer, you must create a safe environment. Okay, you must create a safe workplace environment so that people are willingly come to your office to work. Or else if your office is not safe, okay, I I hardly I hardly I really is okay. I can imagine that many of your workers, they are not willing to come. They will not willing to come because they care about their safety and their life. Okay. And then number 6, to educate all members of the organization in continuous state of safety mindless and make supervision competent and intensely safety. Okay, and the sixth objective or goal in industrial safety is you want to educate your employees so that they are aware of their own safety and their colleague safety. Okay, you want to create a safety. Okay, you want to create a safe environment. You as an employer, you can create one, but at the same time, your employee also must work safely in the environment. Okay, so to ensure that everyone can work safely in the workplace, so you have to give education. You have to educate them what are how they can work safely in the workplace in their workplace. Okay, all right. So that are the 6 goal of industrial safety. First, you want to avoid, you want to avoid any hazard. Sorry, you want to reduce your hazard. You want to reduce hazard. Number two, you want to reduce cost of lost time. You want to reduce your lost time. Okay, and then you want to reduce cost of accident. Okay, you want to prevent any injuries or life loss of life, okay, of your employees. Okay, and then number five, you want to maintain your you want to maintain your you want to maintain your employees moral, okay, by providing a safe workplace environment. Okay, and then lastly, you want to educate your employees to work safely in the workplace environment. Okay, so these are the goals of industrial safety. Okay, right. So that is the reason why we need the industrial safety, and then we also that is the goal. Okay, the target when we implement industrial safety in our company. Okay, so what are the causes, okay, or what are the reason accident can happen in a workplace? Okay, the first reason, okay, accident can happen in the workplace is because the workplace itself is not safe. Okay, the unsafe condition of the workplace. Okay, because the workplace itself is not safe. For example, okay, you are the service provider. Okay, so one of your job is to maintain your telecommunication tower. Okay, so you have to you have to hire people to climb the tower to check your equipment there and etc. So this is one of the safety condition. Okay, so when your this is one of the unsafe condition in the workplace. Okay, because the job itself is not safe. Okay, because now you have to ask your employee to climb the tower. Okay, when your employee climb the tower, there are many injuries that can happen. Fall, maybe tripping, maybe lightning issue, okay, maybe raining. Okay, so many hazardous situation can happen in the job. Okay, so the job itself is not safe. That is one of the reason why injury can happen, okay, to your employee. Okay, so the unsafe condition of the job itself. Okay, and then the second one is the work schedule. For example, okay, when you have a night shift, okay, so at night, okay, the visibility is very low. Okay, sometimes maybe in your factory or in your plant, okay, right, you get, okay, your what is it sorry, your guard, okay, your guard, when they go around the parameters, okay, they go around your plant, okay, because it is at night, okay, there is no light, okay, to assist them to see the surrounding, okay, maybe they fall into a hole, or maybe they trip on a nail, for example. Okay, so the schedule itself creates unsafe condition. Okay, because now at night it is hard for your guard to see the surrounding. Okay, and then they may have any accident during those time. Okay, and then psychological condition. Okay, maybe in a very okay, your factory, okay, you are producing maybe you are producing wooden material, so you have cutting, okay, you have and then maybe you also incorporate metal in your product, okay, so you have welding and etc. It creates so many noise and light. So it will affect the psychological of your the psychological aspect of your workers. Okay, because they have to work in a very noisy environment that is highly high very intense light. Okay, so this condition can create unsafe can create unsafe psychological condition for your workers. Okay, and then machinery and then lastly machinery and equipment. Okay, some of the machinery they are not really safe for human beings to operate. For example, press or bench saw. Okay, or else maybe a welding machine. Okay, welding machine is not really safe. Okay, if somebody do not know how to operate the welding machine, it can injure themselves. Okay, because it took the spark, right? The spark sometimes because you don't know how to operate the machine safely. Okay, the spark can enter your eyes or maybe can burn your skin. Okay, so the machine itself is not safe for human being to use. Okay, so these are the four conditions, the four unsafe conditions, the four areas where unsafe condition can be detected. Okay, by the job itself, by the schedule, okay, the environment that can cause psychological effect to the workers, and then the machinery and also equipment. Okay, all right. So the first reason accident can happen is because of the condition. Okay, and then the second reason is because of unsafe act. Okay, if you still like we already discussed in the previous in the previous slide. Okay, so one of the goals of industrial safety is to educate your employee to work safely in the workplace. Okay, so sometimes the accident happen because of carelessness of your because of the carelessness of your employees. Okay, for example, when they are operating the machinery, okay, they already know that the machine is not safe. Okay, but they are neglecting but they still neglecting the safety the safety procedures that they must take, okay, when they are operating the machinery. Okay, when that happens, okay, and then due to their bad luck, okay, accident can happen. Maybe they cut their hand, or they cut their fingers, okay, or they have burn on your and on their skin. Okay, so due to the due to the due to their due to their due to their negligence, because they neglect the safety procedures, okay, they cause the accident to happen. Okay, so these are the second reason why accident can happen in the plant, in the office, because the employee itself does not adhere with the safety protocol. They don't care about their safety. Okay, because they think they already familiar with the situation, with the procedure. Okay, they want to complete the job faster or etc. Okay, so there are many reasons why people are neglecting the safety protocol when they are working. Okay, so the unsafe act by your employee itself can also cause accident in your workplace. Okay, and then the last reason is because of many other reasons. For example, weather. Okay, okay, and then for example, maybe because of your because it's not about it's not because of your employees or because of the machinery. Maybe because of the third party maintenance. Okay, maybe your the maintenance guy that come to your office. Okay, they do a poor job. Okay, it's not because of the people in your company, but because of the third parties that cause the injuries. Okay, so there are so many reasons why accident can happen. Okay, if you as an employer are not the cause, maybe it's your employee. If your employee is not the cause, maybe there is a third party. Okay, if there is no third party that caused the accident, maybe it's because of the environment, because of weather, because of earthquake, because of volcanoes, something that we cannot control. Okay, so there are so many reasons why accident can happen in the workplace. Okay, all right. So that is the reason. So we already learned about the goal of industrial safety. Okay, and then we also learn about what is the reason accident can happen in the workplace. Okay, so how you want to manage the safety in your how you want to manage safety in your workplace. Okay, so to manage the safety of your workplace, you must be able to measure, okay, to ensure that your industrial safety is being followed. Okay, to manage your safety, you must be able to to measure what is the level of safetyness in your workplace. Okay, all right. First of all, you have to measure here is not about it's not about measuring. Okay, this one is about your action. What is your action? So now we already know what is the goal. Okay, when we apply the industrial safety in our workplace. Okay, and then we also know what are the reasons accident can happen. What are the reason that what is the reason that our industrial safety can be neglected in the workplace. Okay, so what are the action that we as the employer can take to ensure that our workplace is as safe as possible to our workers. Okay, so first of all, you can plan the policy. Okay, the first step in ensuring that your place is safe is you have to prepare the policy. What are the policies? Okay, what are your stand in terms of safety at workplace? That is your policy. Policy itself is your statement. Okay, your statement. Okay, how you want to ensure the safety? What are the measures that you will take to ensure the safety? Maybe you also will put your allocation in the policy. Okay, so policy itself is the statement. It's your stand, where you stand on the safety issues. Okay, so that is the first thing. Okay, that company usually use to to ensure their industrial safety is being complied. Okay, so they must have the policy. Okay, and then you must create safety committee. Okay, so once the policy is out, you set up a committee. You set up an organization, a small organization in your company. Okay, their job is to ensure that everyone follows the policy. So you have the policy. Okay, so now you need the people to run the policy. Okay, you need people to run the policy. Okay, so the people to run the policy, we call it as the safety committee. Okay, so the job of safety committee is to ensure that everyone will follow the policy, the safety policy. Okay, and then their role also is to ensure that there is no accident to happen. Okay, so they are the one who will run the safety protocol in your office. Okay, right. So that is number two. And then number three, safety engineering. So how you want to design. Okay, so you have to design your workplace so that it is safe It is safe to everyone. It is safe, okay? It is safe to all employees. Okay, so you have to design your you have to design your you have to design your workplace so that it is safe to everyone. So that is the third action you can take as an employer. You have to design your safety. Okay, safety engineering. So you have to engineer the safety of your workplace. Okay, and then so how to do it? You can guide the machinery. So for example, your business is do the production. Okay, so you will handle, okay, you will have lots of machinery. Okay, so some of the machinery is not safe to be operated by the human being. Okay, so you have to put a guard. Okay, is that you must create a barrier so that your employee will not come to the machinery. Okay, because you already know which machinery is safe to operate, which one is not really safe, which one is very unsafe. Okay, so for the unsafe and very unsafe machinery, you have to put uh, a a guard. Okay, you must protect the machinery from people. Either you put a physical guardrail to the machinery, or maybe you put some signage when people are using the machinery and etc. Okay, so you put some barriers to isolate the machinery from other from your employees. Okay, so that is the first technique you can use. Okay, when you designing your workplace. Okay, and then how you handle, okay, how you handle your material handling equipment. The equipment to handle your material, for example, a forklift, for example, what we call it, it's not trolley, but something to carry the material. Okay, all right. So if you go to the factory, they have it. Okay, it's like a a trolley. Okay, to pull the material. Okay, so how, okay, when you're handling the material, some of the material is big and heavy. Okay, so you must have a suitable material handling equipment. Okay, available in your company, so that people can handle the material safely. Okay, so it's not only about that. Maybe the PPE, okay, your glove, your hat, your uh, your goggles, okay, and then your breathing mask if you handling maybe poisonous or maybe unsafe material, chemical, or etc. Okay, so you have to prepare all that in the company. Okay, all right. Okay, so that is the second one, and then the third one is safety device. Okay, safety device. For example, fire extinguisher. Okay, and then maybe the fire what you call fire not fire spark apa, fire sprinkler. Okay, fire sprinkler. Okay, so you have to prepare all the safety device in your company. A fire extinguisher, fire sprinkler, fire alarm. Okay, and then maybe if you're handling chemical, you have to prepare fume hood. So any device that used to ensure the safety of your employees. So you have to prepare this material. Okay, so you have to prepare these devices. Okay, and then the ergonomic. Okay, and then the ergonomics of your workplace. Okay, so sometimes okay, the injury happen because the layout of your workplace is very limited. Okay, the layout is very small. Okay, cannot allow people to move around. Okay, so the ergonomics of the workplace itself can create accident. Okay, so when you designing your workplace, you must also put in your mind the ergonomics of your workplace. Okay, is it safe for people to pass through? Is it safe when you want to bring material from one side to one another? Okay, is it safe when people want to walk between the machines? Okay, so you have to design the ergonomics of your workplace so that it is safe for everyone. Okay, and then plan maintenance. Okay, so if your company handles machinery, so you have to put a the maintenance schedule for your equipment, because maybe the equipment is safe, okay, as a new equipment, but as time goes by, when people use the machinery, okay, when the wear and tear of the machinery increase, it will become unsafe for people to handle the machine. Okay, so you have to plan the maintenance schedule for the machinery. Okay, even for the building itself. Okay, because the building itself, your office, your workplace, it also must be maintained. Okay, for example, okay, when you come to your office, you have toilet, right? If your toilet is not maintained, okay, maybe it will be clogged. Okay, and then after it clogged, maybe the water will spill out. Okay, and then it will create unsafe environment to the employees. Okay, because maybe now you have to you cannot use the bathroom. Okay, you have to go somewhere else and etc. Okay, so even if you want to use the bathroom, you will spill water everywhere. Okay, so you cannot use the bathroom anymore. Okay, so the bathroom become unsafe factors in your workplace. Okay, so you have to plan your maintenance schedule. Okay, so that your workplace and also your equipment and anything else in the workplace is safe for everyone to use. Okay, and then lastly, general housekeeping. Okay, but when you have for example, if you have more so many, okay, you have material, okay, you are doing production, you have materials, how you want to save your how you want to keep your materials. Okay, so the housekeeping is important. Okay, the housekeeping procedure is important. So okay, so because for example, for big material, where you should put it. Okay, for heavy material, how you want to store it. Okay, this one also happen in the office. Okay, for example, if you have so many documentation, how you want to keep the documentation. Okay, maybe you put a rack or etc. And then problem is maybe because you have too many documentation. Okay, and then your rack cannot keep up with the weight of your document. It can fall off. Okay, so the rack can create and can be the reason an accident can happen to in your workplace. Okay, so you have to understand. Okay, you have to keep it in mind. Okay, so how you store your materials, how you store your equipment, how you store your documentation is important to ensure that it is safe for the employees to handle it. For me, okay, all right. Okay, so that is on how you design your workplace. Okay, so you have to design your workplace so that it is safe for everyone to use. Okay, and then the next step you can take to ensure your workplace is safe is by giving safety education and training to your employees. Okay, so you have to okay, one of the reason accident can happen is because of unsafe acts by your employees. Okay, so you have to give training. Okay, you have to educate your employees so that they understand, okay, what are the causes of their action in their own safety. Okay, so you have to give safety education and also training to your employees so that they are aware what kind of hazard, okay, can be what kind of hazard are available in your workplace, and how they want to avoid the accident to happen in your workplace. Okay. And lastly, role of government. Okay, so rules and regulation. Role of government is about rules and regulation. Okay, so this one is more about the government side. Okay, so the government also must play a role in ensuring safety is is number one priority in the workplace. Okay, so the government they must design the rules and regulation so that the rules and regulation can protect the employees from any hazard in the workplace. Okay. Cool. All right. So that is the step that we can take. Okay, when we want to ensure our workplace is safe. Okay. All right. So another okay. So that is the step you can take to ensure the safetyness of your the safetyness of your workplace. Okay. So after all those steps have been taken by the employer. Okay. So you must inspect. You must do the inspection. Okay. Why we need to do inspection? Because we want to ensure that the the safety protocol is being followed. Okay, and then we also want to ensure that the safety education and training are being followed by the employees. Okay, we want to ensure that the employer are preparing preparing a safety environment. Okay, safety environment in the workplace. Okay, we want to ensure that, and then we also want to ensure that the employee itself, also follow the safety protocol highlighted by the employer. Okay, so there are okay, to do the inspection. They have okay to do the inspection. We have several procedure. Okay, we have several steps. Okay, in inspecting the safety aspect of the workplace. Okay, so the first step is to do an audit, to do an to do a safety audit. Safety audit subject each area of a company activity to a systematic critical examination of the object of minimizing loss. Okay, so you do an audit. Okay, to do the audit, you have to divide your workplace into several sections. Okay, to divide, for example, your office, and then your production area, and then your logistic area, and then maybe your yard area, for example. Okay, so you have to divide your company's compound or your plant's area into several parts. Okay, and then you do audit on those areas. Okay, so the audit will focus on one area only. Okay, and then you go for the next area and the next area and etc. Okay, so that is how you do the safety audit. Okay, so what you do in safety audit, you will check, okay, is the machinery safe or not? Okay, is the precaution precaution action already taken or not? Okay, and then is it the PPE is available or not, for example. Okay, and that is the things that you will do in safety audit. You will check. Okay, either the okay, you will check to see is the workplace is safe or not for your workers. Okay, that is the safety audit. You check the workplace environment. Okay, and then we do the safety survey. Safety survey is a detailed examination in the depth of a narrower field of activity. Okay, so after you do the audit, okay, after you do the audit, you check and everything, okay, all right, and then you try to pinpoint which area you must focus. Okay, so in safety audit, the area, okay, even though you divide your workplace into several sections so that you can do a thorough audit, but still it is a big area. Okay, so to narrow down the area, you can do a safety survey. You can pinpoint which area you want to do the survey. Okay, and then you can do a detailed examination on the area that you choose. Okay, so that is safety survey. You do a detailed examination on a net on a specific field of activity or field of area. Okay, you pinpoint which area you want to focus. Okay, and then you do a detailed survey, safety survey to to check to do the inspection, to do the safety inspection. Okay, that is the okay. So after you do the okay, and then after you do that, then you have safety inspection. So safety inspection is a routine scheduled inspection of a unit or department which may be carried out by someone, okay, maybe a safety representative from within the unit, possibly accompanied by safety advisor. Okay, so for audit and survey, most of the time it is done maybe once or twice in a year. Okay, so we do audit and survey once or twice in a year. Okay, that's the normal frequency lah. Okay, so either you do it once or maybe you do it once in a 6 months. Okay, you do the audit and survey. Okay, and then we have what we call as safety inspection. Okay, so safety inspection is more regular compared to safety audit and safety survey. Okay, so safety inspection is a routine schedule. So you put a schedule to check the safety issue in your department or in your unit or in your area. Okay, so the safety inspection is a routine maintenance. Okay, sorry, it's not routine maintenance. It's a routine inspection. Okay, so maybe you schedule it every 2 months, or maybe you schedule it every month. Okay, you as the employer, you must set your own schedule. Okay, so you set maybe because your office is not does not have many hazard, then maybe you schedule it for 2 or 3 months. Okay, you put it in the you schedule the inspection every 2 or 3 months, okay, because it's very it's a safe environment. Okay, or else maybe because your environment is not really safe. For example, in the production plan, okay, so maybe you schedule the inspection every month, okay, to ensure that everything is on the safety on the safety standard. Okay, the safety of your working area is on the standard. Okay, if any problem arise, then you can make you can make a quick changes, okay, so that it will not create harm to your workers. Okay, right. So the inspection will check maintenance standard. Okay, so the safety inspection is most of the time is to check the maintenance standard. Okay, because like I said before, so every machinery and then every office, you will have your maintenance. Okay, you need to maintain. You need to maintain the building, and also you need to maintain the machinery and equipment. Okay, of your in your office. Okay, so the main purpose of safety inspection is to check whether the maintenance is done according to the schedule or not. Okay, so your main reason you do the safety inspection is to ensure that the maintenance schedule is being followed. Okay, and then the maintenance job is up to the standard. Is that they are not doing anything below the standard. Okay, so that is the third procedure in safety inspection where you do the safety inspection. Okay, all right. So okay, so there are to check the safety level of your workplace. Okay, we have three ways. Okay, first is to do the audit. Okay, and then you do a survey. Okay, and then lastly, you do inspection. Okay, so there are three ways how you want to measure the safety level in your workplace. Okay, all right. So these are the case. So what are some of the measures that you can take when you are working in your workplace? Okay, all right. This one is more this is more applicable for factory or for plant. Okay, so this one is more on the physical safety issue lah. Okay, when your company has to deal with machinery, has to deal with heavy materials and etc. Okay, for example, okay, so say what kind of safety measure that you can take, okay, when you have this kind of situation. First, you can fencing your machinery, or you create a barrier. Okay, you can create a barrier between your machinery and also the people, so that people will not harm by the machine. Okay, and then the second one, work on or near machinery in motion. It means that you are not static. Okay, so you always be ready. Okay, why we need to be in motion? Because we want to be ready. If something happen, okay, we can pull out. Okay, we can pull out from the machinery as quick as possible. So maybe we can save ourselves from any harm. Okay, right. So that is the second safety measure that you can use when you are working with machinery. Okay, and then the third one, employment of young person on dangerous machine. Okay, so why we want to employ young person to 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 handle dangerous machine? Because they are more agile. Okay, young person or young man, okay, they are more agile compared to old men. Okay, so if something happen, they can they can move themselves from the harm, okay, as quick as possible compared to the old man. Okay, that's why most of the time you see in the factory, they tend to hire young people to handle machinery. Why? Because they want the employee to be agile, so that if something happen, they can pull out themselves from the harm as quick as possible. Okay, then they have higher chances to get out from the accident. Okay, right. And then the third one, striking gear and device for cutting off power. Okay, so you put any safety. Okay, you put a safety device. Okay, maybe you put a shutdown switch to the machine. So anything happen, you can shut down quick. You can shut down immediately the machine. You can immediately shut down the machine, so that it will not harm more people. Okay, and then number 5, self-acting machine. Okay, so this one means that is an automated machine. Is that the machine do not need people to to uh, to op- to be operated. Okay, the machine can operate by themselves. Okay, and then number 6, casing of new machinery. Okay, so this one, okay, number 6 is almost similar with number 1. Okay, so you put a barrier from the machine with the you put a barrier between the machine and also people, so that people cannot come near to the machinery. Okay, so that people are safe from the machine's harm. Okay, and then lastly, hoist and lift. Okay, so this one is on the material handling process. Okay, so we can use hoist and lift to move heavy materials. Okay, when you want to move the material from your warehouse to your production area. So we can use hoist and lift, so that it is safe for your employee to move the to move the to move the materials and to move the product. Okay. All right. And then number 8, prohibition of employment of women and children near cotton openers. Okay. This one is more on to protect the women and children. Okay. So you are not hiring women or children, okay, to operate dangerous machinery. Okay, because you want to protect them from the harm. Okay, and then number 9, lifting machine, chain ropes, and lifting tackles. Okay, so this one also similar with number 7. You use support equipment when you want to move or you want to lift your materials or you want to move your product, okay, to somewhere else. Okay, so you use support equipment to ensure that it is safe to move the materials and product. Okay, and then revolving machinery. Okay, and then pressure plan. Okay, so these are the some of the measures that you can take, okay, when you are dealing with machinery. Okay, so this is some of the safety measures that you can take when you are dealing with dangerous machinery. Okay, all right, so I think let's take a quick break. Okay, so now it's 11:30. Okay, so let's take a 10 minutes break. Okay, then we will continue back at 11:40, okay, to finish the chapter. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All right. Okay, let's continue our lesson. Okay. So we already understand. Okay. So we already understand the safety measures that you can take. Okay. If you are dealing with machinery. Okay. All right. So let's we go for the next topic, which is safety committees. Okay. So safety committee is one of the key component in ensuring the safetyness of your workplace. Okay. So safety committee are a key part of safety in the workplace. Okay. So safety committee play a major role in ensuring the safetyness of your workplace. Okay. So there are several responsibilities. Okay. Safety committee must take part. Okay. First of all, they are the central focus on safety. It's a committee which represent all function or department, allow the organization to take an overall look at safety requirement and to foresee problem that might otherwise cause difficulties. Okay, so they are the once the safety committees are established, okay, their members must ensure that all the protocol must be followed by the employees. Okay, and then they also are the one that ensure that all safety measures are being taken is being done in the workplace. So any breach or any problem that they might encounter when they employ the safety measures. Okay, the safety committee must take action. Okay, so safety committee is the one that will take action. Okay, to to any problem. Okay, to any problem, yeah, related to safety that happen in the workplace. Okay, and then the second responsibility of safety committee is they are the sounding board. So the committee is visible and approachable body for safety or health complaint, suggestion, and the like. Okay, so any complaint or any suggestion about safety, the safety committee must take action. Okay, they must take into consideration and take action. Okay, based on the complaint or the suggestion or etc. from the employees or from the top management. Okay, so they are the one who will take all the suggestion and also all the complaints about safety in the workplace. Okay, so and then they will take action. Okay, according to the suggestion and complaints. Okay, and then the third one, they are central coordination. Okay, so they are the one that will coordinate any activities related to safety in the workplace. Okay, with management direction, much of the coordination of safety training activities can be accomplished by the safety community. Okay, so they are the one that will coordinate all the activities related to safety in the workplace. So any training, any procedure design, or any safety measures. Okay, so they are the one that will coordinate all the activities related to safety in the workplace. Okay, all right. So the management has the ultimate responsibility for health and safety. Okay, okay. So even though you have safety committees, okay, even though you have the safety committees, the one who makes decision or the one who who is responsible for the safetyness and also the healthiness of the workplace is being held by the management. So management still hold the responsibility and the responsibilities for health and safety of the employees. Okay, through its manager and supervisors, it establish the program and enforce safety rules. Okay, so the managers, okay, the managers must play a role in ensuring the safetiness of the workplace. Okay, all right. So they must create the program. They must also take part in enforcing the rules and regulations regarding safety. Okay, so it doesn't mean that if you create a safety committee, okay, the responsibility will go to the safety committee only. Okay, you as a management of the company, you must also take part in ensuring the safetiness and the healthiness of your workplace is being maintained. Okay, but the safety committee can have an important role in assisting supervisors with the success of that program. Okay, so the role of safety committee actually is to assist, okay, because they like a middleman between the employees and the management. Okay, because the management, they have other responsibility to manage the businesses. Okay, so to lighten the load on the safety issue in the workplace. Okay, so the safety committee can take a part of the responsibility. Okay, so the usage of safety committee is like an assistant. It's like an is the safety committee act like an assistant manager to the management, so that they can collect all the complaint and suggestion from the employees. Okay, they will be they are the one who will run the program. Okay, and then they also are the one that measures the safety level in the in the in the in the workplace. Okay, so they act as a assistant. They act as an assistant manager to the management of the company to ensure that all regulation regarding the safety is being followed. Okay, they also ensure that the safetiness of the workplace is being maintained. Okay, an effective safety committee encourages safety awareness, gets large number of employees actively involved in the safety program over time, helps to motivate employee to follow sound safety practices. Okay, so a good safety committee, they must be engaged with the employees. Okay, they must ensure that the employee understand what are the safety procedures in the workplace. Okay, they also must ensure that all employees are following the safety procedure and safety protocol that already been highlighted in the workplace. Okay, and then they also must be able to maintain the participation, employees' participation in ensuring the workplace is safe for them to work. Okay, an effective employee safety structure provide a feedback mechanism to identify and correct new safety hazard at the earliest stage. Okay, so to be an effective safety committee, they must build they must build an effective safety feedback procedure. Okay, so that if the employee identify any new possible hazard that might happen in the workplace, okay, they can alert the safety committee at the earliest stage, so that you don't have to wait until accident happen. If you can prevent it in the earliest stage. Okay, once safety committee structure is in place and working well, it is a natural vehicle for employee involvement, preparation, and introduction of new safety rules, new preventive practice, and safety procedure on new equipment. Okay, once you have a running community safety committees in your workplace, it can be a platform for your employees, okay, to give new suggestion on how to improve the safety procedure in your workplace. Okay, they can suggest
the amendment, okay, the changes for the to the safety procedure. They can also suggest a new procedure to cater any possible not threat, any possible hazard. Okay, so the safety committee itself is a platform for the employee to ensure that their workplace is as safe as possible. Okay. All right. All organizations should think through the role of their safety committee, including what the responsibility and duty of the committee, how the committee helps management to enforce safety rules, how to report unsafe condition and acts. Okay. And then how to handle safety suggestion, how to conduct safety inspection or tours, and lastly, what the committee should not do. Okay. So to ensure that your safety committee can be run smoothly, means that they can run independently and assisting the management to ensure that the safety level in the workplace is on the standard. Okay, you must clearly define. You must clearly define what are their roles in the workplace to ensure the safetyness of the workplace. Okay, so you must clearly state it. Okay, you must clearly state what are their roles and responsibility. Okay, in ensuring the safetyness of your workplace and also to assist management on how to maintain the safetyness of your workplace. Okay, so these are the okay. So this is some of the role of safety committee. You must clearly identify okay their responsibilities, how they can help management, okay, and then how they want to report any hazard to the management, how they want to handle the suggestion from the employee, how they want to conduct the inspection, okay, the survey, the safety inspection, etc. And then what are their limitations? What are the limits of the safety committees? What they should not do. Okay. Right. Be sure to spend time organizing the committee carefully, okay, to ensure that your safety committee are able to work as effective as possible. Okay, you must spend time. Okay, and organizing and defining. Okay, so you must design the committee safety committee so that they can work as effective as possible. You must spend time to develop. You must spend time to design the safety committee so that they can work as efficient as possible. Okay. The safety committee left to its own device will contribute little to the local safety effort. Okay. If you just okay, if you just if you okay, if the management okay only appoint people to join the safety committee and then they are not left with any instruction on how they can maintain the safety level of the workplace, then the safety committee itself will become a burden. Okay, because they are not sure what they can do or what they cannot do and how they can do their duties effectively. Okay, so the management must play a role here to ensure that the safety committee understand their roles and responsibilities, okay, in maintaining the safety of the workplace. Okay, ideas and good motivation lose luster quickly if the specific role of the safety committee is the safety and health program is not clearly defined. Okay, so the effort, okay, the usage of safety committee will become useless if you as the management did not clearly specify their roles and responsibilities. Okay, they also will lose the direction what they should do to to contribute. Okay, they will lose their direction and also they will lose their motivation, okay, to contribute to the safetiness of the workplace. Okay. All right. Depending on your safety policy, you may want to utilize the safety committee to assist you in investigating accident. Okay. In the event of accident happen in your workplace, you can instruct safety committee to do investigation. The safety committees can be used to do internal investigation if something happened in your workplace. Okay. For example, maybe for example, one of your employee, okay, getting tripped, okay, and then fell down and get injuries. Okay. So the management, you can instruct the safety committee to do their own investigation. They can assist you to investigate the reason why the accident happened. Okay. At some location, the committee investigate all lost workday accident and report the finding and recommendation to management. Okay. So in some places, in some company, the safety committee has bigger role where they can do the detailed investigation. Okay, they can know what are the causes. Okay, and they also can plan. They can also make plan. Okay, how to prevent the accident to happen again, and then they can present it to the management. Okay, so in some company, the safety committee not only investigate, they also has power to make plan. Okay, to make plan how to avoid the accident in the future. Okay, and then they can present it to the management. Okay, and then the management can consider their suggestion to improve the safetiness in their workplace. Okay. For other organizations, safety members work jointly with supervisor to find the cause of accident. Okay, and in some other company, okay, when accident happen, the safety committee will work together with the management. Okay, so the management, okay, will assign some people to work closely with the safety committee to do investigation. Okay, so the safety committee, okay, not investigate in some company, the safety committee the safety committee are not investigating the accident by themselves only. Okay, they will get some involvement from the management, where the management will send some people to investigate together with safety committee about the incident. And then in another company, the safety committee at its regular meeting review the result of supervisor accident report. Okay, so in some company, the safety committee they will have to take some time, okay, to investigate any reports from the supervisors, from the management. Okay, so the management, the first line manager, they will prepare a report. Okay, and then the safety committee will review the report to see what are the safety level in the workplace. Okay. Okay. So safety committee must meet normally, usually at least once a month, sometimes bi-weekly. And for their meeting to be effective, the following matters must be considered. Okay, so safety committee, they must have an active role in the organization. Okay, so that's why in most of the company, they will have a meeting. Okay, they will hold a safety meeting. Okay, either once a month or twice a month. Okay, depending on the company lah. Okay, so they will have a frequent meeting to discuss about the safety level in the workplace. Okay, so when the safety committee okay, so and then to ensure that the meetings are effective, then there are some things that they can consider. Okay, maybe they can in the meeting they can discuss the report from the first line managers. Okay, and then they can also design when they will do the schedule inspection. Okay, and then they also will design when they will go for the audit and etc. Okay, and then okay, be sounding board for safety, health and activities. Okay, so safety committee, they must be the sounding board for safety and health activities. Okay, it means that they must be the one who is actively participating in ensuring the safety and health activity are being conducted in the workplace. Okay, positive management group ask their safety committees to be sounding board on proposal for new safety rules, develop job hazard analysis changes or addition to personal safe protective equipment, participate in safety fair and safety victory days. Okay, so not only they are alerting the management about the safety level of the workplace, they also must be able to actively participate in designing new rules, designing new procedure. Okay, suggesting new safety measures. Okay, and then maybe some changes on personal protective equipment. Okay, all right. So they must an active safety committee. They must be able to do all this kind of thing. Okay, and then they also must conduct some activities. Okay, regarding safety. Maybe they do some safety fairs in the office. Okay, and then they celebrate if for example they have they okay the company don't have any accident for 100 days. So they create a celebration to celebrate the achievement and etc. Okay, so the safety committee must be actively involved in any activities regarding safety and health in the office. Okay, all right. Who can assist you in your effort to develop and train the local safety committee? The main responsibility fall to the site management, who must conduct and set up the program. Yet there are others who can assist in these responsibilities. Okay, so safety committee also will must actively participating in developing and training the management. Okay, must be actively involved in developing and training the committee. Okay, because the role of the safety committee is to assist management in terms of safety issue. So you must ensure that your safety committee is competent enough to assist you in safety issue. So you must give training to the committee. Okay, so you must involve the committee going to the seminar, going to any training regarding safety. Okay, try to get licenses. Okay, etc. Okay, so the responsibility will fall to the management team. Okay, so the management team must ensure that the management team must ensure that the safety committee is competent enough to assist them in safety issues. Okay, so to be able to create a competent assistant, you must give them training. You must let them develop and give them training so that they can improve their competency, so that they become more and more competent to assist you in the safety issues. Okay, all right. So safety consultant, either from outside of the firm or from your workers' compensation barrier. They can assist in your safety training by providing talks, slides, films, and above all, his or her experience with other effective safety program. Okay, all right. So to assist the safety committee, sometimes the company will appoint a safety consultant. So the consultant can be from the external. Okay, it means that you will invite a third party to come give the talk to the safety committee, let them learn from the consultant, etc. Okay, it can be from the third party outside of the company, or it can be from the internal. Maybe you have you have employees that has experience in safety committee, so that you let them to be the consultant or to be the guidance to the safety committee. Okay, so the safety committee can learn from the consultant on how to take suggestion, how to design new procedure, how to make some amendment to the procedure, and etc. Okay, so that is the role of safety consultant. Okay, and then vendors who sell product to the company will be interested in enhancing their sales position by training in the use of their product or services. Okay. Typical vendor are forklift truck distributor who will train employee in the safe operation of their equipment, chemical manufacturer who will be enthusiastic about training operator and mixers in the safe handling of new chemical, and firefighting equipment supplier who welcome the chance to give plant personal hands-on experience with their firefighting equipment. Okay, so vendor also sometimes will play a role in developing your safety committee. Okay, so because some of the vendors, for example, the chemical vendors, so the company that sell chemical to the industry, okay, they tend to provide a free training to the company, so that everyone understand how to handle their chemical, safely. Okay, maybe the equipment. Okay, equipment vendors. So equipment vendor also, they tend to give free training to the to the to the company, so that you understand, you know how to handle the equipment safely. Okay, so these vendors, okay, you can pull them to work together with the safety committee, so that the safety committee understand how to handle their product safely. Okay, so you can use this kind of vendors to engage with your safety committee. Okay, so first to give a training to the safety committee and to your employees, okay, on to handle their material, or how to handle their equipment safely. Okay, and then you also can engage with them when you have any problem. Okay, so you can let the vendors to engage with safety committee. If anything happens, okay, if any accident happen, then they can engage with the vendor how to solve the accident. Okay, so these are the role of vendors, okay, in developing your safety committee. Okay, so that is about the safety committee. Okay, and then lastly, we have what we call as process safety management. So what is process safety management? It deals with the prevention and control of incidents that have potential to release hazardous material or energy. Such incident can cause toxic effect, fire, or explosion, and could ultimately result in serious injuries, property damage, lost production, and environmental impact. Process safety needs to be considered separately from occupational safety. Okay, so process safety is another part of safety issue in the office. Okay. So in the office, we have one is the most common one is occupational safety. Okay, so any hazard that happen due to the working environment. Okay, due to the human activities. Okay, maybe tripping, maybe falling, and etc. That one is what we call as occupational safety. Okay, and then we have another one which is process safety management. Okay, so what is process safety management? Is the process to prevent and control any accident that have potential to release any hazardous material or energy. Okay, so occupational safety is about avoiding injuries. Okay, like what we already discussed. Okay, previously. Okay, so occupational safety is how to avoid any injuries to your employees. Okay, process safety is how to avoid any dangerous material to escape and create accident. Okay, for example, toxic chemical. For example, explosion chemical. For example, process to create explosive chemical. For example, okay. So this process, okay, this situation, this is what we call as process safety. So anything that can create a dangerous environment if accident happen. Okay, so process safety management is another part of safety issue in the workplace. Okay, so this one usually is discussed in the separate occasion. Okay, so most of the time, process safety they are discussed in the separate content from occupational safety. Okay, so this is just a briefing. Okay, so process safety is how to prevent any hazardous material to escape from and create harm to the employees and also to the individual. Okay. All right. So that's all for topic 2. Okay. So that's all for today. Okay. So before we end our class, is there any question, Paulette? Paulette, is there any question?
No, sir. No, sir. Sorry, just now my internet was a bit
Yeah.
bad.
It's okay. I see it. Okay, no problem. Okay. All right. So it's okay. Since you suddenly disconnect, right? It's okay. I record our class is being recorded, so there is no
Okay.
issue. Okay. So I
Okay.
will I will upload the video in the YouTube, and then you can see it there from the YouTube. Easier for you to watch again. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All right. Great. Okay.